I'm Astrid, I'm from WattleMum, and joining us again today is my mum, Heather.
Hi! Welcome to everyone, and remember to subscribe, press the red button
and like the
down
video
below, and like the video,
comment,
and then press the bell for the notifications so you join this wonderful community that Astrid has created.
Yes. So I don't have a lot of actual knitting to show you because I have not been doing a lot because work. I said in one of the other videos that I'm just finding it really hard to turn off work and come in and sit down and be able to relax because I've got so much to do. But I do have a couple of really cool events. So my cousin is pregnant, Natalie, and not on mum's side, on my dad's side, but mum knows her, which is why I looked at her. And she's pregnant, so I decided to go a little bit crazy and go shopping for her and make a couple of cool things. So I will show you the baby blanket when it's finished, and I've got other few surprises that I'm really looking forward to showing you, but I need to make sure that I record them and then send them so that if she watches this, she doesn't see. So I'm trying to keep it a bit of a surprise. So the two things that I did bring with me, this is my mum's house, a different view from last video. So I wanted to, the only things that I brought with me were the things I carry around with me everywhere. And these are these two. So I've talked about them before. I don't think I've really shown you recently. So you can ooh and ah as much as you want. Okay. So I talked about them before. This one is the Yamala jumper with the really interesting side. So instead of it being raglan and increasing 2 times around on each side, it's going to be 4 times, but on every row. No, 4 times every second. Now it's 2 times every row. So it just makes a different construction. And then the big winding cable. So I'm up to not very long to go. It's kind of hitting my waist now. So then the sleeves, and this is going to be very quickly done. So I want to get it done for my winter. And then hopefully the pattern can come out for Northern Hemisphere winter. So our summer, spring, I don't know, we'll figure it out. But I wanted to try and get this on the run a little bit faster. And then I have another one with me. And this is my cloud drifts. And it was named by someone on Instagram because I did not know what to call it. So I put out a submission help call and I need to find who so I can give credit back because at the moment the name is blanking. But they recommended cloud drifts because they think it's like the drifting of a cloud going by, and I agree. So it is, this is the back. So all I've done is this, but I had actually finished it and then I ripped it back because I did not like it. So this is the second attempt of knitting it, and this is on 4mm needles. So it just takes so much longer, and when I'm in a rush to get things like to know that I've actually made things happen, I tend to go for Yamala because it's thicker and chunkier. So this one is kind of, or not in the too hard basket right now, but in the it's taking a long time basket. So I'm trying to work on it faster, but it's just taking your time. What do you think? Do you like it?
Yeah, I really like that. The beautiful combination of blue, indigo, grey. It's like they all blending into each other. It's very unusual with this feature as well.
I thought it'd be something interesting at the top.
Yeah.
And as like a big girl who has to wear undergarments, you need to be able to have, you know, like something that's actually going to look appropriate, but still like fashionable and cute. So I wanted to make sure that I could have something that would work effectively. Yes. So those are the only 2 that I brought with me, but to be honest, they're the only 2 I'm really working on. So that's that. But I do have a lot to show you about what I've been buying because I went shopping. Normally I try and stay away from mum because I shop a lot and mum knows that, and mum has tried a lot in my teenage years to curtail my shopping, and for the most part I'm getting better. But this is not an episode to show you that I've gotten better. So I'm just warning you now, mum, and you, that not an episode for self-control. So I was saying to you guys that I've started shopping for Knit Crate again. So Knit Crate is a subscription. It's a monthly subscription where they curate like a box. You've got 3 different colorways. So it can be Energize Me, which is like yellows and reds and brights and corals and fun. Like the eyes I've got going on right now. And then they've got Chill Out, which is like blues and greens and a bit more ocean vibes. And then they've got All Natural. So that's beiges and browns and all that. Then they've got one called Surprise Me. And because I don't fit in any box, I like all the colors. So I just say Surprise Me. As you saw the other video when I reviewed one from Knit Crate, sometimes it does surprise me and I don't like the surprise. Quick update on that one. The boyfriend not boyfriend is gone. So that's new. But I'm much happier that that's done. And then my wonderful friend Ali came over, and she is a beginning knitter but more of a crocheter. And I said to her, do you like yellow? And she was like, yes. So I gave them to her. And so I'm very happy now that the yellow that I liked but not enough to want is now in a really happy house that is going to love the owner. She's going to love it. She likes it. Yeah, that's where I'm at. So Knit Crate is a box of surprises, but one thing they do is a quarterly like guest one, or not guest. They work with one main dyer and they do like a quarterly curated box for that dyer. So there's one of Mrs. Crosby's Travels, which is an amazing dyer. I think she's based out of America somewhere. And they do Malabrigo. And Malabrigo is a South American one. So this is my package from Malabrigo, the quarterly crate. I can't crochet, but I kind of wish I could because I think this is really pretty. Just the cowl, the way that the lace is, I think it is really quite nice. So you kind of got a sneak peek of the colours. I looked this time, I couldn't hold back. You got a sneak peek of the colours, but they are so pretty. So I'll give you 2 to hold. And I'll hold this one. I just think they're like fairy floss. Like, they're really nice. And it's that, like, Malabrigo is really distinctive with the way that they dye and even the way that they spin their yarns as well. It's like, you can spot them. You know it's Malabrigo. So this is their Rosalinda on their worsted weight. So this is 210 yards for 100 grams. So is that, it's under 200 meters, isn't it? Because yards is more than meters.
It's about a metre. I think it's 90 centimetres. Isn't a yard 3 feet?
Sure. You're the math teacher. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure a yard is 90 centimetres.
Making it up on the fly, guys.
So this would be maybe 250 metres.
250 meters. Okay, so it's more. Oh, cool. I can make heaps of this. Oh, there you go. So yes, this is, I think it's just so pretty. I really like the colours. I think they really stand out, and it's kind of like unicorn dreams almost. Do you approve? Do you like them?
I like it. It's beautiful.
What do you think?
Very lovely. And it's interesting because it's very gentle, like the gradations from one colour to the other is very gentle, and there's also a variation even within one. Like you can see this block here, but there are gradations even within it.
Yeah, it's like a gentle moving colour.
Yeah.
I could only imagine what the dye would have looked like when they finished the pot, which has been swirls of like.
Well, it said
prettiness.
kettle dyed, so I guess that's all put into a big pot and swirled around.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
So it's not something that I would probably go and reach for in a shop. Like, it's not the first thing I would grab, but I'm so happy that I have it. And that's the point for me of Knit Crate, that I really do get something brand new each time. Yes. And then these, they always come with like a little extra. And I have a thing. To me, it just looks like a toiletries pouch. Like what you're going to put soap in when you go away. Which is actually really useful. I'm sounding really negative. It's actually really useful because I am going away soon. So I'm going to go see my little sister, my mum's baby daughter, Larissa in Broome. And then I'm so excited to go to Broome. So I will use this mini toiletries holder. Probably not for yarn though. And I also don't think the yarn would fit. Like you could have to squash it, but it would only be one, and then needles. It doesn't really, it's not very practical. That said, Knit Crate did come out with a survey, and they asked all their customers to have a survey with them, and that basically a lot of things that was said was the notions, like the extras, were really random, and they said they're going to work on that. So hopefully they do, and I will tell you if I think that they have or not, because I'm honest like that. So this is the first little package that I got. I've got more Knit Crate. So this was sent out. This is their February one. I also got a little thing in the mail or email telling me that their shipping dates were really delayed this time, that their shipping partner is really delayed. They've had this issue before, and this was one of the issues that I had, which is why I stopped buying from them, because I was getting really frustrated at paying for something in March when I haven't even gotten something from February, when they're meant to ship it out early Feb and I don't get it. So, and I mean, now it's halfway through March and I don't have it. So it's just a bit frustrating that this is where they're at. But also that was pointed out in the survey. So it's another thing that I hope that they fix. But yeah, honest reviews. So the other bag of treats that I have to show you, I'm so excited. So Stitchcraft and Wizardry, Anna, she has also a YouTube channel, and she does a lot of amazing work. She is a dyer and now a designer. She's just published her first sock pattern, and it got to hot right now. So on Ravelry, we've got this like trending chart, and based on how many people have looked at it, favorited it, and bought something from it, I think. And so it's generally like when you first design something, it goes up to the hot right now, or if you have like a discount or a sale or something, it goes straight back up there. And she got up there in the first few hours, which is a really big deal. So well done, Anna. I'm really proud of you. I think that's amazing. So I went to hers because we were talking and I wanted to get some amazing things from her. So the first one that I'm going to show you is Little Old Man. And I thought it said in the corner, but she's German, so she has two names for all of hers because she's also got the German name. So Kleiner Onkel, Little Old Man, Kleiner Onkel. I'm not German. My pronunciation is never going to be German. So Anna, I'm sorry in advance for how I say all your bases and names. But this is on the Princess Jasmine DK base. Anna has done a lot of work with... what do I call them? Not that you would know, I don't know why I'm looking at you to help me. Working with fictional characters, and she's got a lot of different dyes based on different people. So she's got one for I think it was the Charm. She's got one for the detective, Sherlock Holmes. And she's got some for Around the World in 80 Days, which I'm going to show you because I've got some of those. Some for Harry Potter. She's like a massive nerd. Oh, and I hope this is okay to say, Anna, she doesn't have a TV. And so you walk into her house and it's just wall of books. Like, I couldn't even talk. And it's me, I talk a lot. I couldn't even say anything because I was just like, oh, it was so cool. And she's like, oh, we don't even have all of our books out. We've got more in the shed. And I'm like, oh. And then she's like, yeah, we've got more. So I turn around and there's more books. And so her little kids, like, there's just like this kind of, I wouldn't say messy because they're well looked after, but not greatly put away because the kids are 5 and like a toddler. And all these books there for little kids, and the girls obviously come and read them, and it just made my little heart so happy and made, yes, books. So I just got really happy about that. So this colorway is for my cousin for her baby. So would you like to hold that one? I wound one up into a ball because I'm about to cast this on once I finish with the baby blanket. So you can see it's like a mint green with speckles of blue. I think that's black or like a really dark blue. And then purple's in it as well. And I just think it's going to look really pretty knit up. I'm going to do a little baby jumper for Natalie because she is giving birth near winter in Australia. So I figured a little hand knit jumper would be perfect. And then if there's any left over, I might do a beanie for her. And if there's any of that left over, I might do a beanie for me and try and incorporate part of it because I'm part of it too. Decided I'm part of the baby thing as well. She keeps calling me, giving me updates and stuff. So I love it. I love it. I'm going to be an auntie. I'm so excited. Yeah, so I don't know what it is. So I don't know if I've got a niece or a nephew yet. Actually, they find out today.
Oh.
So hopefully I will find out very soon, which I think I'm so excited for. So this is the first one. I made sure to ask Anna for these, and she put them aside for me and made sure that I got them, because I just think they're so pretty and I'm really looking forward to casting them on.
Very fresh. The mint is nice for unisex.
Yes, that's what I was thinking.
Equally, yeah.
Yes. Then, where are we? Come on. Okay. You can hold those in your lap. So these three. Ooh. Sorry, that was my fault. I'm throwing things at Mum. These three are called Ginny's Dance, also on the Princess Jasmine DK. So the same base as Little Old Man. They don't have a German name, which is good because I would butcher that one too. They are also 225 meters for 100 grams, and they are merino cashmere nylon.
Not 250 meters.
No. Okay. Yeah. 225 meters. We're mathing. It's getting better. And so this is a Harry Potter inspired colorway for Ginny, who is one of my favorite characters, because I just love that she speaks her mind all the time. She doesn't let anyone get away with anything. And she's like mad. Like, she's so cool. And she's like well known for getting even and getting revenge. And I love it. So I think that she is just a phenomenal character. I have a yellow top that I designed. And then I washed it weirdly. I don't know how. I think I wore it and then washed, I don't know. Something bad happened to it and it's kind of felted in parts. So I can't actually read it to be able to figure out how to write the pattern up, because I didn't write it as I was going. Clever me. So I wanted to redo it, and I thought this would be really pretty as like a top. I think it would just look really nice with hints of it. My housemate says it is like an ice cream.
It is. I was actually thinking too, it does seem like a strawberry swirl ice cream or something.
Like boysenberry or blueberry cheesecake.
And yes, and cream or something.
Like from the ice cream that we go to in Fremantle. If you're in Perth, go to the ice cream Gelari in Fremantle, the one next to Elizabeth's bookstore. It's really good. And get the blueberry cheesecake ice cream, which is what this reminds me of too. Yeah. What do you think of this? I really like the yellow. I think it's like the snitch because Ginny's the keeper. We're all clicking in.
No, it's really nice. It's very easy on the eye. It really draws you in. Lovely.
Yeah. So I saw it on her website, and I actually saw this one. So this is the same dye. Apparently it's quite intensive to dye this because it's just lots of speckles. So it's like bit by bit by bit, like layered on, which I just think is amazing. I don't know how to dye, and anything like that is incredible to me. When I went to Anna's, I saw her set up because she's renovating some parts of it. So she's doing everything in her laundry, which is even more incredible that she's doing most things in her laundry or her kitchen right now, just because she's, trying to make things bigger and better and renovating so she can do more. And she managed to do these for me, which is just so beautiful. So I'm very excited. This one is on her 75% merino, 25% silk. It's 400 meters for 100 grams. And I love this. If you can see the colors, it's the same as Ginny's Dance, but that blue, I just think that shines through so much nicer. So apparently it's an iridescent dye. So when it's on silk, it's going to kind of bloom a little bit more and it'll come out a bit more. Whereas when it's on the merino, you can see parts of it, but it's not, if I compare, it's not quite as strong or as standout. But I like the subtlety of this one and I like the strength of this. So I'm a fan of both. So when I went to Anna's, she gave me this as a gift to say thank you for coming down, thank you for meeting her. And I did not expect that. So I kind of just went, thank you. So using my words properly this time, Anna, thank you so much. I absolutely love it. And I'm really grateful that I got to meet you and see your beautiful house and your really adorable daughter. She was trying to hang out with us and she was standing up in her cot and having lots of chats. She's one. So it was just really beautiful. So I absolutely loved it. And then this is what I came to Anna's for. And I knew that I would be very happy. But then I got distracted because she had big tubs and she was like, just look through, just have a look. And don't do that to a knitter because we do and then we take them home. So I started looking and then I collected. So these two, they're like little sets. So they would be socks or I would do them as a shawl. I've actually got a really cool idea, but I don't know if I want to say it yet because if it doesn't happen, then I'm stuck on my word. So we will see if I can have my cool idea put into reality if I ever get time to knit again at the moment. But this one is I Am Passepartout, and this is Chan Dynasty from Around the World in 80 Days. Have you ever read that book?
Long time ago.
I don't think I ever have. So is it they just sail around the world in 80 days? And
Yeah. It's been a long time since I've read it.
Bit self-explanatory.
Yeah, pretty much. And just all the adventures that they have, and they're in a hot air balloon. And
that's right.
yeah.
I remember saying we used to have the book and it had like a hot air balloon and yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I should read it before I talk about it. So this is on the Princess Jasmine base again, which is that DK. So it's merino cashmere nylon. And then this one is a baby elf base of 85% merino and 15% nylon. So very good for socks, but as we've previously covered, I don't like socks. I'm not very good at them. They take me a long time. I get no joy out of them at all. So I will probably not make socks with these, but something else that is beautiful and glimmery. And I just think like the nylon in them is a little bit not shiny, but bright, I think is the right word for it. So they're very bright and they make me so happy and they're pretty. Don't you think they're really pretty?
Yes, I do.
Like the colours.
I like the blue. It's lovely. Very muted.
I think the blue in here is really muted, but then with this it pops out.
Yes.
And it makes the gold pop better.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yes. So that is the other one that I bought. And then there was one more. And this actually reminded me of the Beatrix Potter, which is one of the reasons why I loved it so much. Which is this one. So this is kind of like English tea roses or Beatrix Potter kind of style. Again, that blue, the pink kind of merging in there. The green, I just think is really pretty. So this is Phileas Fogg's Fantastic Fig Jam, which is based on a book that she said, and I don't remember it. But as I've said before, I don't read the classics. So I have no idea, even if it was based on a book, what it would be. But this one is I Like to Move It, which is from the Madagascar one. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. Which I then sing to my students and they ask me politely and then not so politely to stop. So that was, quite a joy for me to read the tag of this one. And again, Princess Jasmine base of merino cashmere nylon and Baby Elf of the merino and nylon. So again, perfect for socks. Not that I'm making socks. I'm still thinking scarves, shawls, something big with these. But yeah. Do you like them?
Yeah, I do.
I was asking Mum's approval and everything. I said she can come in and she can ooh and ah.
Beautiful colour combinations with that sort of mauvey colour, the blue and then the green. It's like an olive green. Yeah. It's very nice colour combinations.
Yes.
And it's like a complete package just
yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's really cool how she does that. Like it's all together as one, and I think that's really lovely of her. Because I mean, obviously it's more work for her to do it and dye it and skein it up and all that. So I think it's even nicer that she does it this way. Yes. So that's all that I've bought. There is more on the way. More on the way. So Mum watches these anyway, she'll know. So I've got more coming, but I wanted to quickly talk about an idea that I've got. So I had this idea and then all the drama of recent events has come along. But my idea is that the knitters of Perth, we don't really know each other very well. We're very fragmented. I mean, Perth itself is 2 hours, not including like the extent.
North and south. You're north to south.
Yeah, I mean, I was in Alkimos, and it was, an hour and 10 or hour and 15 something from here.
Yeah, 60 kilometres away, so it was an hour away, one way.
And then down to, say, Baldivis would be 40 minutes from here, do you reckon?
Yeah.
I think it was 40 minutes from my work. So, yeah, I mean, Perth is very spread out. People talk about Gold Coast and Brisbane and all that being very spread out, but I think Perth is just as much now. And I wanted to get us together and have like a bit of a knit together afternoon. So I was trying to think about where. People have said Kings Park, which I think would be beautiful and awesome, but I wanted somewhere that there would be a nice cafe close by, and Kings Park is a little bit pricey. And despite all my recent shopping, I'm not the kind of person who would love to spend $12 on a coffee. So I figured Kings Park isn't really my scene, but I still wanted it to be a park somewhere with a cafe that kids can come to, because a lot of knitters have kids, that it would be really friendly for people. So I was thinking South Perth foreshore. Well, Fika's a bit too south for I've got friends in Cottesloe and stuff, and Fika's just a bit south, but I figured Central South would be really easy. Maybe we'll do Fika next time. Mum's suggesting our favourite coffee shop, which is a local to us. So Fika on Bricks, it's the best. But I was thinking maybe South Perth foreshore for the first one, and we could do like a picnic kind of thing where you bring some nibbles, bring it to share, bring it to have on your own, doesn't really matter. And we would just, all get together, have a really nice time, meet each other, share stories, share ideas, share what you're working on, which is always really exciting. Beautiful views, and there's barbecue facilities there as well. So I thought that we could do sausage sizzle or something similar. And then obviously we'll have like hand sanitizer so we can knit again, because you have to knit out. But then all of the coronavirus stuff has started to happen, and it's a bit ridiculous. So I'm quite lucky that, and we were talking about this before, although we work in schools, the Australian government hasn't decided to shut down schools yet. So we're still, for the minute, we're safe. And we don't have young babies. I definitely don't. Mum definitely doesn't. We don't really have young babies that we're interacting with. We teach high schoolers, so we don't have anyone that's really going to be negatively affected. We don't really hang out with old people a lot. Old being, 65 or over. I should be more specific, I'm sorry. The more experienced generation, we do not hang out with them as much. And so I think we're quite lucky that we're quite safe. We're not immunocompromised. You're not, are you? You're okay now? Yeah. Mum's a trooper. She's always amazing. So, we're not at risk. But I know a lot of other people are, and I know that a lot of knitters are going to be around people who may be immunocompromised, more experienced, or brand new babies. So I wanted to make sure that it was going to be somewhere that is like accessible, and that also is going to be okay. So I was originally thinking May, early May, which for us teachers is term 2. But I don't know when the coronavirus thing is going to end, and then it's still heading into flu season anyway, and then it's winter. So I was thinking of maybe finding a cafe, trying to find it around South Perth that we could book out. So it's going to be a little bit more expensive, because we might need to promise that we're going to buy something, coffee and cake or something, and do it around there where we can actually get together and we can still have this community. Because I think I'm noticing that I know individually people, but I don't really know the community as a whole, and I really would like to be able to do that. So I'm still brainstorming, but if you could let me know if you're interested in me organizing this, because I really want to, selfishly, but I think it would be really cool if we all got together, and then I'll bring Mum down and you can all meet her, and she can ooh and ah over your stuff too. She's got a very very good taste, so when Mum oohs and ahs, it's a good thing. But yeah, just let me know if you think this is something that we should do. And if you've got any suggestions of something central, because like I said, I know there's people up in City Beach, and there's people down in Baldivis, and there's, everything in the middle. So I wanted it to be something that is nice and central, nice and focused. And if you're not in Perth, then you should be really jealous because we've got really good cafes and beaches and parks here, which is why we're asking you, because you've got so much choice that we obviously need help to choose this. So let me know if it's something that you would like to do. Yeah, I think it'll be really cool. Yes. So as Mum keeps reminding me to say, don't forget to like and subscribe down there, I think it is. Ring the button, blah, 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 blah.
Maybe
comment. Yes, let us know.
It's nice to hear from everybody.
Let us know what you think about Mum. She's so quiet on this one.
I don't know what to say.
Just holding them up. I like
Woo!
this. Let us know, and we'll see you next time. Bye.